Good morning, traders. My name is Brad Matheny. Today is October 2nd. I wanted to highlight this. My SPY cycle patterns are telling us today is going to be a crush day. Crush days are normally very big days, very large ranges. We have a bearish long-term trend, bearish short-term trend, explosive price action. We have a negative daily bias, a negative weekly bias, and we have a trend, expected trend. Now, the way this works is these are predictive modeling systems using Fibonacci, Gann, and a lot of research. These are simple moving average type trends. This is a quantitative modeling based on what price is doing. This is a proprietary biasing system, which is actually very accurate. I love the way this works. It leads the markets, can flip bullish or bearish before the markets actually turn. And this gives us an idea of whether we're going to have a crush pattern in a trending mode or a crush pattern in a carryover mode, which is like coasting. Trending is like accelerating, coasting is carryover, and counter trend is going the opposite direction. So when we have a reversal rally that is trending, this means that it's going to carry from the previous bearish trend into a reversal rally. When we have a counter trend time shift pattern, this does not indicate any price action. It means that we're moving into a different phase. Then when we have a counter trend rally like we have here, this is actually a downward rally potential. So think of it as a rally that may be reverting back to the downside. So again, I wanted to highlight this because this is available only at mint.com. You can see it predicts activity going days, weeks, and months in advance. So if you want to know what's coming, follow this. Pay attention to this and watch how accurate these are. They're not 100%, but I'd guess they're about 80, 85%. Now, let's take a look over here before we actually get too carried away with the day. So this is a daily chart. This is the ES. We can see the market's already starting to move. It's starting to move into a crush pattern. A crush pattern, I would believe, would come down to something like this, down into these new lower low areas, down in this area. And then we would be looking at a follow through, like I said, a reversal rally, which may be carried down a little bit further. And then we get into the time shift pattern, which I think we're going to stall kind of in this area here. So you're really looking at about a maybe 60, 80, 100 point move in the SPY. And that's going to give us a pretty good indication that we're moving downward. Ideally, folks, I think we're really kind of looking at this middle area. This, let's call it right here. Give you a heads up. I'm trying to keep these short instead of too long. So right in this area, whoops, right in here. 404 roughly to 397, 396 on the SPY, which would be roughly 4,069 roughly on the SPY to 3,960, let's call it. That's going to be our ultimate potential downside target here. We're going to see it likely come down into this area, stall, setting up as I tried to show you here. We have our A, B, okay, C move up to here. We have our correction move here. Then we have our actually this is A. It's got to do it this way. We have our A. Clone again. We have our A, B, C wave here. This gives us our A move here. Then we have our B wave correction here. Then we have A, B, C up to here. So here we have a big solid 1, 2, 3 wave cycle here. Now we're going to be looking at potentially a 1, A, B, C wave down to here before we find support. And this area becomes very, very critical. Okay. This is where we need to see if we hold this level or we break down and start to retest this ultimate low down here. This ultimate low area becomes very, very critical for what we may have in the future. We also have ultimate low levels or intermediate low levels. This is actually a unique low here, and this is a unique low here, which gives us areas of support. But this level is first and foremost. I believe we're going to be continuing downward, filling this gap, which we've already filled, and moving down into this 404 level. Okay, be prepared. This is really kind of a dangerous time over the next couple of weeks. All right, that's it.